George Stanchev, Purified Extraction, company behind is Comerc LLC. We have 25 years of botanical extraction, all kind of fragrance and flavor, market needs, 10 years in cannabis, develop the most innovative extraction using aerosols to solve all the problems of the industry. So we've been going through all these changes of the cannabis market. We of course had to develop grow and extraction facility to be able to test everything on the market. So we kind of seen everything from the ground up to the final product. Well, as every other industry, first know your customer. Knowing your customer, what the customer likes and how that customer changes over the years is what's important. Then find a way to make it and be able to provide the proper price. Of course, every business school teaches you when you start a business, look for who's the most successful, add an innovation, and make it your own. So in similar way, you need to be able to create a value around what you're offering. And value is everything. Like you can always find it's not only B2B marketing, be sure that this customer comes back. So pretty much what you offer to this customer needs to be outstanding, and that's how you create your own brand. Not only through online marketing and Google, but through testimonies and through making it correctly. So I wrote a lengthy paper on our website about that with a lot of numbers and examples and analysis on your customer based on MIT studies and things. That was something that I was talking in a conference in Europe. I'll summarize very closely here. So in general, you have to come again from what is your customer base, how many people want to buy, and what is projection of sales. So in general, you cannot invest more than your target market is. Usually when I make the numbers, I project for the year how much goods I can sell and divide it by 2, so be reserved, and develop ROI based on what I'm projecting to acquire as equipment toward meeting the needs of that customer. And of course, there are different technologies, there are different processes, and some processes, of course, everything will require capital investment and operational cost. So both needs to be taken into account. When you choose your equipment, you have to be fully aware what is going to be your equipment cost, how can you finance it, because a lot of your vendors, they finance on site. They have their own financing, and you distribute that over the length of the year, and then also take into account how much is your operational cost. And very often, your capital expense is very little, but your operational cost is in times exceeding the cost of your equipment. You have to know that very well, and a lot of the equipment manufacturer doesn't even tell you these things because this industry is like kept secret into details. So you have to be able to unveil those details and talk to as many people as you can that are using this equipment and that can share this data with you. Otherwise, you get into the fog of not knowing what's going to cost you. In general, big technology that is going to require minimum maintenance, minimum operational cost is the best way to go, because any capital expense, you can lend the money from the bank or use it as an organic growth, and that's always a preferred way. You figure out the sector that has the best ROI. In that sector, there are different sectors in the cannabis industry. There is grow, there is processing, there is service sector, and there is distribution sector. So which one will have the minimal capital investment and where you're comfortable being in? Usually, let's say if you start with a grow, that's a year-long process. You have to put money, and the results are coming into 8 to 10 months out. And if they're not coming very well in this 8 to 10 months, you have to repeat that over and over for another 8 months. For the dispensary and distribution side, you pretty much you know what's your market. That's very easy to estimate. The question is at what price you're going to get your product. Are you vertical? Are you going to acquire products? And the capital investment over there is high, while the return can be very quick after that. For the service will depend on a lot of people. So you have to be sure how many connections you have. You have to be really well connected to be in the service industry because deals over there are made by pretty much referral. And into the processing industry, that's the field that a lot of people think that they don't know because there's a lot of tech involved into it, a lot of chemistry, but that's just a scare factor. It seems that nowadays technologies evolved so much that everything can be so easy to handle. So talk with your vendors, figure out how difficult it is, what are all these costs, ask them for guarantees. All this, it's putting together business plans that are already outdated, but at least a spreadsheet. You have to have all the numbers because your business is a number. Return on investment and capitalization is pretty much a number, which I divide by 2 at the end. Be sure that I would like as profits, not as you know how much you're going to spend. Just you plan your profit to be at a certain level, but a lot of people play with numbers and always the profit is in millions and actually you get it in hundreds and that's very often in this field. So divide it by 2, even 3 to be sure that you have the guarantee. Otherwise, involving investors along the way is going to be a tough choice for you. But I will try to make it.
Let's do it like yeah.
Oh, it's easy. It may be 50,000, 500,000, 5 million. If you have the money, that's always easy. But if you pick the difficult case, the most difficult case, you want to be vertical and don't have money. So this is really what I wanted to talk about here.
Yeah.
But that was to go through all the sections of the market, like what it takes to grow, what it takes to distribute, what it takes you to service yourself and process. So in general, look at the venue that's going to get you money within a week or month back. So return on investment is very important here to make you grow organically. Otherwise, it's going to end in a spiral that is never going to end. So in general, I see the processing as the quickest way to get return on investment back. You get a product from the market, you run it into end product to the customer and cash it within a week or 2 and then use this money to grow organically. Look for, try to invest less money from your own, maybe 50,000 are enough to start. Of course, you have to figure out the cost of your license and the cost of your place. But on the equipment side, it's going to be the quickest investment to start processing good products, recognize your brand, and then be vertical. Vertical, including put money into growth, put money into distribution and marketing, and that's how the best organic way to grow. But talk to your vendors. Really, you can really start with $50,000 in this field, and that's nothing compared to what you can gain.
Sure.